And welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the next installment of A Whole New World, episode 12. So what we do in this episode, as you probably can tell by the description, it is sorting out the villager sorter part. Now, this has taken quite a bit of work to do and to sort out. It uses basically Exuma Junction, railway junction, with a few tweaks from me just so we can extend it out. So let's go over it and I will show you it. So if we go back into normal mode. So this is the end of the villager breeder. And so that's where all the adults will come in, form in here. There's a few in there at the moment. I've got eggs obviously on me just to spawn a few more in there if needs be. We got these lights here that tell us when a certain cell is full. Now this here is, say we want to get rid of them completely. If we set it on a retrieval bit and switch that on, it will kill them off. So here we go, we got a white coat. So if we select it to the white dial, so here we go. So if you notice at the bottom here, there's a white dial, and then we press this button here, and off he goes. And he should now be deposited, and the minecart will zoom round the back, get destroyed by a cactus, and then get taken up. So if we grab another villager, there we go. So this is a miscellaneous one, because I put the tool maker, the armor maker, the butcher, all under miscellaneous, because, well, there's not really much point to them. I suppose you can get some points to it, but what we're going to do with this one is if we put this on kill, because obviously miscellaneous is full, and I'll show you what happens with those in a minute. We'll put it on white retrieval because that's the closest one. We'll send him on his way. And what will happen in a second is the cart will come back round and it will pick up another one. There we go, we've got a purple coat. So again, select purple, and away he goes off to the purple. And then eventually, so all we do, click this one to gather one. So here we go, we got a miscellaneous. I'll show you what happens when we put it on a miscellaneous. So we need to fly for this bit. So we'll send him on his way. So here it is, so there he goes. On his way down the junction here. Now there you go. You see how it's full? What happens when it's full is it cuts off. What we'll do is, oh, that one's now full as well. So there should be the next light on. There it is. So I'll grab a sword. We'll kill, let's see, who's going to come next anyway. Is it miscellaneous again? It's a miscellaneous. So if we go back down here, we'll kill a miscellaneous person off. So there's an iron plate here, because then each cell will hold 21. So as you can see, the lava turns off. Then the door again opens back up, so when he gets thrown in, he throws in. Now I put that ladder there, because the ladder will stop the lava from spiraling out, and it will also slow down the villager's descent so he doesn't take any damage. So let's go back now and we'll go and chuck this villager in. So off he goes. There he is. Heading along. And off he goes into there. Door shuts. And the lava gets dispensed. So if I do send any down here, it's just going to immediately cull him. Now why do we have to cull him on here? On this server, as I've explained probably millions of times before, is there is a plugin that stops you breeding too much. And the cap is 25 villagers per 5 radius. This is why it's also spread out. So from this point here to this point here is a gap of 10. So none of those will be in their radius. So the plugin won't cull them. And that is that bit done, I think. Yes. So what happens? Right. So we have the junction switchboard here. Now this is the clever bit. So obviously we use an item frame to vary the output. So if we put this on, say, white retrieval, what we do is we'll activate this. So the power output now coming from that item frame is 1. Now what we do is a few comparators here, just so we drop it down. But as you can see, this extends the current. This is going to be the costly bit, is the comparators. but each time I use it, it extends it by 1. So you see how that's 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, comes down. So we've got 1 here, and then this 1 pulse here goes into this block here, which turns this rail going north. Now what we do under here is there's a furnace there with an item in, with a comparator coming off, this on subtract, so that 1 gets turned into 0, so there's no pulse coming out. And then as we vary that, obviously we're going to get a varying amount of power going through this. And then each section has got a drop of 1, etc. So that's how that gets selected. So when we send them in to actually store them, so they go up this track here. It's probably best not to do it on that one. We go up here. It will then chuck them out. So chuck him out when he gets to the top of here, or her, or it, I suppose, for a villager. He will get dropped into there. And then the minecart will carry on its journey, come down here to the orange line, which is basically taking it all the way to the cactus. The cactus then sends it through back into the actual dispenser. And then the second line, we got the second line that sends a minecart down, picks up a villager, it comes back along, it goes straight off in this direction. Oh, I'm stuck that way because I've got glass there. And then brings them at this little slope. And then if they fall off to the end of here, land back on the minecart, door then opens, sending them back through. Now at the back of here, that red line there runs down to this activator here. So when this activator is on, this is the kill switch. When anything comes along the retrieval line, it's actually going to dump them into the lava, getting rid of them and killing them off. So that is it. This episode is going to take some time. There's going to be a few jump cuts, which I apologise about. But I think this is going to be quite awesome. And then I'm actually looking forward to doing it. And then that's... hopefully we'll get the villagers breeder all sorted for this episode. But the likelihood is we'll be doing the last bits of decorating in the next episode. And then the episode after that, I've been going round. I've noticed I've left quite a few odd jobs to do. I should also explain what I've done here. It's nicely decorated now. But what I've done as well, because I don't believe I've done this the last episode, is this point here. I built this little top bit with a dispenser here. Is, say, what happens is accidentally some of these get cold. So at the moment I think there's only like 16 down there, which is fine. We can turn this back on. The water will dispense. The villagers, when they grow up, will go larger and larger and larger. And then they will come back over, fall down into there, and then I can then deactivate again when this is the accurate number. So when this block is off, what tends to happen is they will bob up and down in the water for a little while before they move on. But once they've bobbed up a little while, they will go down here. And that's obviously where we're going to build it. So that's the large area. Yeah, when you look at it like that, that is a lot of work to be doing. So what we've gone and done is, I believe I've got all the resources, so it should make life a little bit more simpler. So, oh, nothing in that chest. So I got glass, I got some diorite, I got slabs, I got the buckets of lava, I got the item frames, so I should in theory have everything ready to start this product. I put Netherrack down below there, because obviously this is going to be the floor, so you're not actually going to see it. So, I suppose there's nothing left to do but get started. Now, what am I going to do first? I'm going to get the station area sorted first. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do a jump cut. I'm actually going to take 2 minutes off just to see how long this first clip is, and then go from there, and then we'll judge each section then. So I'll see you all in a second, and we'll get on with this bit. It's going to be fun. I think it's going to look good. I don't know if I'm going to ever make this look good, but it's going to make life a lot simpler for sorting, because what obviously we want eventually is we're going to do some farms, so where the farmers do the farming for us. So it's going to need quite a few farmers to do that. So that's going to come in handy here, because then obviously all the farmers are separated. The librarians, obviously you can get some really cool books from some librarians. The cleric is just for pure emeralds. And then the miscellaneous, they're there for my cannon fodder. So let's get on with this, guys. See you in a second. So yeah, I've actually just gone and built the station part of it. Yeah, there is a reason for it, okay, because that intro took 12 minutes. So yeah, we need to speed this up a little bit. So I've done the station. There's not really much in the station to actually warrant. It's just a couple of simple circuits, nothing complicated. So now what we need to do is move on. Oh yes, and this the skin I'm wearing. Yeah, it's not designed to be pajamas as such. It was actually to try and look a little bit like a villager. Yeah, didn't come across very well. I know it didn't. It does have the Ghostman logo on the back, but yeah. Okay, right. Let's go and start. I suppose what we can go and do on camera is we'll start doing the rails. Right, have I got a minecart in here? No. Because due to my idiocy, I've actually gone and done the door. Can I get around this way? Can I drop down here? Yeah. There we are. Ah, there it is. So I've done that bit. So all of this is linked up. Those will be linked up at the end once I've worked out the circuitry. And that is the line there for that. So let's pillar up. Have I got some netherrack that I can just use? Oh man. Let's go this way. See if I can get up there. Well, what we'll do is we'll do this line. So afterwards we'll be coming back to with the track afterwards, because obviously some areas I'm going to take out, put some redstone torches in, redstone lamps I should say, with some levers on the side of it, with some powered rails over the top just to keep the track going. So we'll get these two lines in, and then what we'll do is I'll place in a guideline as to where the holding cells are going to go, and then what we'll do on camera is we'll build one of those together, and then we'll get some of the other bits and pieces sorted. So that's what we're going to do in a minute. So let's do the long laborious task now of setting up the rails. Oh, a little bit on camera. I've actually turned the tower off at the moment because the tower is producing way too much. There is rumours that with the watermelons and pumpkins that water actually improves the speed. But what we'll do in that odds and jobs video in the next couple of videos, we'll do a test. We'll go to a test world, we'll set up some pumpkins and melons, and we'll have a look to see if that actually is the case. And then if that is in there, there is scope to put water going down behind the pistons, so I'm not too worried. So we should be able to initiate that, so it's going to be all good nonetheless. How far have we got to go? We're almost at the end of this track. The whack-a-mole, yeah, still working on it. I managed to speed it up a little bit, but there's no way it would be able to go on a server. So again, I'm going to have to work on that to actually improve it. And then can I get there? I can go there. Right. Jump up here, jump down here. There we go. See, how good am I? We get this next track laid in. It's actually going more smoothly now, doing it on the survival than it was in creative, but I suppose I know what to expect. I've run it and tested it quite a few times in creative, so that's not too bad. So we'll get all this we'll get this next rail in. And then after that, I will put the track down in a jump cut, and then I'll get the citer rail in, so where to line up all the holes, and then we'll build that on camera. And then again, I'll just do a quick jump cut between all of those. Or maybe I could time lapse this last, once I got that in, time lapse doing all the last bits and pieces. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. And how have you all been doing this week? Oh, I'm up to 6 subscribers, and that's amazing. Thank you very much. I never was under the impression that it was going to just suddenly start producing YouTube clips and I'll be just a megastar, but no. So 6 subscribers, that's great. So for the videos I've been producing, so I'm eternally grateful for that. What else have I been doing off camera? Obviously working. The joys of living, I suppose. And almost there for that rail. Excellent, there we go. So what I'll do now, I'll jump down and get that slab while I'm here. Oh, there we go. Some of the MXMO skills going on there. So now what we'll do is I'll place in a CITR rail going along here just to work out where the center of the actual, what am I calling them, holding cells are going to go. So yeah, we'll get the holding cells in place, we'll get the track going. Matching Press is not been too bad. It does take a lot of work, so again, as I said, this episode is going to be quite a few jump cuts, but you're not going to want to see us going and ahhing, because when I get down here doing nitty gritty circuitry work, it does get awfully confusing. So what we're going to do now is I'll get the CITR rail in, and then I'll bring it back and we'll build one of those on camera. I'll see you in a minute. I tell you, it's eerily quiet. I can just hear a trickle of water. I don't know if you can hear that trickle of water, but ooh. So that's it. I got the CITR line in, so every half slab there is, that is the center of each holding cell. I got the 3 rail arms in. So what we're going to do now is we'll build this holding cell together, and then what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to stand on top of that platform there, I think. And then the last bit I'll do a montage to actually finish up, because it's pretty much all self-explanatory from there. I'll probably do a tutorial on the railway junction. I might actually do a tutorial on the whole lot, to be fair, but we'll see how that goes. So, right, so this is the center, yep. So what we need to do is go, and that's 50, and photobombing us. So we start off with this L shape like so, and then we put the 3 lines of redstone. Now when you got a iron pressure plate top of here, it's you got every 10 villages that would be on there will be 1 line of redstone. So the reason why it does 21, and there's Guru getting blown up, is so 10, 20, and then obviously the 21, and then if we put a repeater, and this is what's going to go into the chamber here. So this is going to be our little ladder up, going up, and that's the central point there. Did I remember to bring a load of netherrack? I did. So now go up like so, and we'll go around the edge as well. There we go. Nice, there we are. So then like that, and a redstone torch on top. Again, redstone torch on top of there. This is where I gotta remember how I did this, because this could end badly. Oh, that's wrong. So, and put that up there. There's the weighted plates. And there we go. We got someone messaging us. I'll reply to them in a bit. Don't need any villagers at all. There we go. And go across like that. See, some keen parkouring skills there. So that's the chamber. So we build this up a little bit. So that's going to go like that. This will then come up like so. Now we go across here, put a repeater here, and then on the front of here, have I got one in here? Yep. So sticky piston. Oh. Let's see, can I get this on the side of there like that? Again, some more diorite block. So So that is the position we're going to close at. Then that position here, we put the ladder here. So obviously when they fall down, they're not going to hurt themselves. It's very important not to hurt them. Now, ow. I can hurt myself though. There we go, so great. Let's do this. There we are. Oh, can I? It's pain in the backside when you've fallen off. So that goes there. I'll put a bit of glass in the front so they don't take any damage when they get pulled out. Put the block here. And we can put a block there now because the rail's going to be on top of there. Then on top of here, I have got the dispensers. I thought I didn't have the dispenser there. So the dispenser there goes like so. And again, we build up the side there. And we're going to get close to this roof here if we're not careful. That goes up like that. That goes there. That goes like that. Like so, like so, like that. Then that goes into the back of there. We're almost there with this. And then we put this one on 3 ticks and then that one on 4 ticks. And then that should then take care of the lava spilling out. We can get rid of this. Brilliant, there we are. So that is basically the holding cell. So I suppose what we could do quickly now is, why did I just block that in like so? We now need to sort out our track coming into this, which we do have some slabs. There we go. So slab off to the side, slab here. Now here what you want to do is put that there, so when the track runs underneath, it's going to stop the village or allow the villager to take some damage. So then that should allow, this should be an activator rail, which I do have. And then it's just some normal rails coming off from this, which I don't have, so I'll come back to that one in a minute. So we go 2 out here. And then it's a case of we head down to this one here. This track here is where the main line's going to be. Oh, terrible. Absolutely terrible. And I can't go back that way, and that way. So we got a line coming off here straight away, and then that goes down. Oh man, I hate building on camera. I think I got a better alert. Oh no, I haven't. Right. What I'll do now is, so the line's going to come off here, as you've seen in the actual creative world. It's going to go over to there to go into there. This line, there's going to be one going up there, one coming down here into here. So what I'm going to do now is we'll just jump straight into the montage and we'll go from there. And then we'll end the episode, because otherwise we're going to drag this episode out. Well, thanks guys, I'll see you in a minute. I hope you enjoy the montage or time lapse. There we go. Absolutely awesome. I am still in my pajamas. Absolutely still in my pajamas. But look, there's some villagers in there. I've started breeding up the villagers. So we're pretty much all set to go. This is working really well. There's been a few little niggles, but nothing too serious. The one thing I have done wrong is I've gone and miscalculated over here. And now I can't light these 2 sets of lamps up to tell me when those are full. But probably what I'll do off camera is I'll chop this back, bring this in a little bit, and then that way it should give me enough space then to get out, because otherwise what I'm doing is activating this redstone, which means every time I try and retrieve them, I'm killing them off basically. So yeah, just a slight change, but we should be able to get there for the next episode. So next episode, I was thinking about spending time decorating this, but I might. This is why I went slightly wider here, is be able to change this to shoot off the decent villages off into a separate containing area. How cool is that? That'd be cool. So at least then we don't have to keep bringing out all the other ones to get to the decent ones. We place the decent ones in their own little section. So that's what we're going to do. That is the plan for next episode. Other than that, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching. I love you guys dearly, and I appreciate everything you do. And I look forward to seeing you in the next episode of A Whole New World. And I've also come up with a new idea for an ice cube trade, although it might have already been done. But I've got this new idea in my head, so I will see you at the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Bye!